I'm back. I just left you a minute ago. I was showing you what book I read. Anyway, this video is about the movies I watched this week. I watched a few movies. Most of them were on TCM. Yeah. So let's get started. Like I said, it's getting a little dark out there. This place is getting flies all over the window. I got my doors closed. I got my screen there. There's a screen there. I got the doors, opened. But they can't figure out how the flies are getting in here. And I'm sucking them up with a vacuum cleaner. Yeah, they're on my window. I don't know what the hell's going on. But let's get on with the movies. TCM, yeah, TCM. This one gets a 7 out of 10. Excuse me. This is called The Last Gangster, 1937. It stars Edward G. Robinson and Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy Stewart, oh, excuse me. And near the end of the movie, you didn't see him again. The beginning of the movie, Jimmy Stewart's, a reporter, right? Reports, story, or works for a newspaper. There I go again. Jimmy Stewart's a reporter. Now, Edward G. Robinson is a gangster. He's a bad guy, Basically, he kills people. He's a gangster, put it that way. Anyway, he has a wife, a lovely wife. Doesn't know anything about what he does, right? Doesn't have a clue. She's clueless. She's a, what is it? I can't remember what she is, but she doesn't speak English very well. She doesn't even know what's going on. Anyway, Jimmy gets arrested for tax evasion. Sounds kind of familiar. Gets thrown in jail, right? And all his buddies, they're trying to get him out and stuff like that, right? And, then they turn on him. But he's in jail for 10 years. And his wife, at the beginning of the movie also, but his wife shows up, jail to see him, brings the baby. Jimmy, I keep saying Jimmy. Edward G. Robinson's character wants to see the baby, put the baby up against the window and stuff like that. And then when she finds out as time goes by that, he's a gangster, he's a bad guy, bad person. So she decides to disappear, take the baby with her, to kind of buggers off. So Edward's there for 10 years and he's madder than shit. When he gets out of that jail, he's going to go get the kid. I guess he's going to kill his wife and everything. So he's mad. So you're going to have to watch the movie to find out what happens. But Jimmy Stewart gets to wear a mustache at near, the last bit of the movie. You see him with a mustache. You never see Jimmy Stewart with a mustache in movies. So he looks a little different. But anyway, it's before he started making, these bigger movies. This is 37, right? So this is 1937. He's got a way to go before he starts starring in bigger movies. But this is all right. Nothing wrong with this movie. What did I say? I give it a 7 out of 10? Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, watch it. Jimmy Stewart and Edward G. Robinson. All right, what else, Bob? Let's get on with the movie business. All right, 1956, Crash in Las Vegas. It's one of those Bowery Boy movies, yeah. They're not long, probably 60, 70 minutes, something like that. Anyway, the Bowery Boys pile up the winnings at the gambling tables. When Satch, everybody knows Satch. Anyway, he's having some toast or something in the kitchen. He plugs in the toaster and it gets electrified, right? Anyway, after that, he's kind of good at numbers, right? Numbers pop in his head. And if you're thinking of a number, before a number pops up, he tells you what the number is. So they get a bright idea and they go to gambling houses. The lady that they live with, they live in a boarding house and they're selling the house on her, right? So they're going to go get money to buy the house. So it's one of those typical Bowery Boy movies. You always see Satch and Slip, right? They're mostly in it all the time. The other guys are in it, but they hardly say anything. And those guys kind of, it's a hit and miss what you're going to see in the Bowery Boy movies. So that was from 1956, the tail end of the Bowery Boy movies. And this is probably one of the last ones, or maybe if not the last one, I can't remember, before or after Leo Gorsey's father dies. Because as far as I understand, once his father died, he played the owner of the, the restaurant, the malt shop, right? That was Leo Gorsey's father, his real father. And once he died, passed away, Little Gorsie wasn't making any more Bowery Boy movies. So that was the end of the Bowery Boys. And I think they made another 6 movies or something like that with Satch in it and a couple of the other guys and whatever. But they didn't go over very well. I think there were 6 of them. And that was it for the Bowery Boys. It was over. So the other movie, this one movie, I finally got around to, all these years, I know, all these years, I finally got around to watching The Kid, 1921, with Jackie Coogan is the kid. He's probably 5 years old here or something like that. And Charlie Chaplin, right? This is from the Criterion collection on TCM. Tells you the movie, Criterion. Anyway, he finds this kid, right? Baby, I should say baby. And he takes the baby home where he lives, right? To this disaster of a place that he lives at. Anyway, kid's 5 years old and they live together and he's been looking after him. And there's a real good scene in it where the young guy, he goes around smashing windows, right? He smashes windows and Charlie comes around with glass panes the glass, and people hire him to put the glass panes back in their windows. That is funny. And anyway, so what was I going to say? I'm still laughing. But yeah, so I thought it was very good. I really liked it. I've never seen it. No, never seen it. And I give it a big 8 out of 10 for The Kid, 1921. All right, what's the other one did I watch? Oh yeah, 1957. 1957, Love in the Afternoon. Billy Wilder's Love in the Afternoon. He directed it, wrote it, produced it. You know, he had help and stuff like that with a few things. And this stars Audrey Hepburn and Gary Cooper. And Audrey Hepburn is a young girl living with her dad, and her dad's a detective. And when the guy hires her dad to find out whether his wife is fooling around or not with this Gary Cooper character, he's a playboy millionaire and stuff like that. Anyway, get to the bottom of it is Audrey Hepburn ends up going to his apartment to try to save him from getting shot by this guy that's going to visit him and shoot him with a gun or whatever. But anyway, the main point of the movie is I didn't like it. I give it a 5 out of 10. I couldn't see Audrey Hepburn falling in love with Gary Cooper, whereas how old is she in this movie? She doesn't look like she's any more than, what, 22 years old? And he looks like he's, well, my age, 70 or 65 or something like that. And I just couldn't see that. Why? I can't see those type of movies. I don't know why. I can't see them. I didn't like it. I didn't like a romance between Audrey Hepburn and Gary Cooper. Maybe it happens in real life. I have no idea, but I wasn't crazy over that movie. I give it a 5 out of 10. I didn't like it. I'll probably never watch that one again because I didn't like it. What other one did I watch? Oh, I watched, yeah, is that it? Or no? Oh, wait, okay, here we go. Wait a minute. Oh, I watched Peter, Paul, and Mary. You know, Peter, Paul, and Mary? Puff the Magic Dragon, you know, 500 Miles. 50 years of Peter, Paul, and Mary. It was on PPS station. Of course, it's 2 hours long, but if you take out trying to sell you a DVD and a CD and a CD and, you know, talking and yapping and stuff, it probably only end up being an hour. So I recorded it on my recorder and I fast forward everything. So I watched that. And I liked that. I wouldn't rate it. There's no rating for it, but I liked it. And if you like Peter, Paul, and Mary, you get a chance to watch it on PBS, watch it. I liked it. Okay, so the other one I watched was 1934, TCM. Barrett's of Wimpole Street. Is that how you say it? It's the story about a romance between Elizabeth Barrett and Robert Browning. Now, Robert Brown was a poet, as far as I understand. Maybe he's as good as I am. I'm a poet myself too, so you know I'm pretty good. So I guess he's supposed to be a really good poet, and she was supposed to be some form of a poet. Now I don't know how much of this is true or who's what. Movie, you know, takes place in England. She lives in this big house. She's what's that word? Sickly, I guess you'd call it. or her father thinks she's sickly or something. And she's got two other sisters, a younger one and another one. She's got six brothers, I think. Six. It's a pretty big family. And she's also got her father. Her father is Charles Lopton. Yeah, he's tyrannical. He's a friggin' mean son of a bitch. He runs the household with an iron fist. And if you don't like what he wants you to do or whatever, you can get the hell out. So yeah, he's a mean bastard. And for some reason, he's got some weird feelings about his daughter, which is played by Norma Shearer, right? And what's his name? Robert Browning's played by Frederick March. But you know, I was gonna say, yeah, it's a weird movie. I don't know if weird's the right thing to say. I've seen it a few times over the years. Not the first time I've seen this one, but yeah, he's mean. He's get over here. Like, wow, you know, geez, he's really bad. Anyway, these two fall in love, and she's afraid to leave her father. She, oh, I can't do it. I can't. And he loves her, right? He loves her, and he says, yes, you must leave your father. You must marry me and come live with me. We'll get away. Anyway, I'm not telling you the end of the story. Does she leave her father? Does she leave her brothers and sisters? Does she run off with Robert Browning, the poet? Does she get married? Hey, I can't tell you. I can't tell you the end of the story. Anyway, those are TCM. Well, yeah, I guess most of them are TCM. Looks that way. And the last one, I'll show you what it is. I watched this one. Meet the Fockers. Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller, Dustin Hoffman, and Barbara Streisand. This is hilarious. It's funny. It has a lot of funny moments in it. What year was this? 10 years ago or more? I don't know. Let's see, what is it? Why do I do this? I don't know where the year is. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's not that old, it's not that new. It's probably 10 years or more ago, maybe. Anyway, the Fockers. It's got a whole bunch of extras on it, see? 65 hilarious bloopers and over 20 deleted scenes. It's funny, it's good, it's alright. Yeah. Meet the Fockers, so. I liked it. 7 out of 10 for Meet the Fockers. Yeah. So there you go, that's the movies I watched this week. So you won't be hearing from me anytime over the weekend, not until maybe Monday or Tuesday. Tomorrow morning I'm heading off to Oshawa. That's here in Toronto on the 401. My brother Donnie's coming down to pick me and my other brother up, Sammy. So that's me. My name's Bobby. My mom called me Bobby. My mom called Donnie Donnie, and called my brother Sammy Sammy. So we all got that name. As old as we are now, that's our name. And I have another brother, Rick, and we call him Ricky. So his name's Ricky. So yeah, and I have two brothers. I have 3 brothers and 2 sisters. So my older sister is older than me. Her name's Dale, and my other sister's name is Betsy. Her name is Elizabeth, but we call her Betsy. So that's my family. But anyway, like I said, I get to go out to Oshawa, spend time with my brother Sammy and Donnie. We get to play darts. We get to drink some beer. We got to, sit outside, have a barbecue, sit inside, I don't know, watch a movie maybe. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to have fun, put it that way. So that's all starts tomorrow. So it's a long weekend, birthday time, Canada. So happy birthday, Canada. Enjoy your weekend, people. May you love your family. Love to all. Over and out. Talk to you later. Have a grand weekend. And keep watching those movies.